You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Parenting is such a breeze, oh, but it would bring you to your knees if it weren't for chatty daddies. Oh, yeah, the chatty daddies.
Welcome to the Chatty Daddies. Are we still a podcast? We're still like, is this stuff?
We brushed this microphone
It's
off,
been-
Trey.
Let's dust off the 2024 and get the 2025 in here.
Hey, I know like the notification popped up because all of y'all have already like hit subscribed and like done the notification thing, and so you're like, "Whoa, Chatty Daddy, that's a throwback." It's been what, 4 weeks since we've
been a
done this?
while.
Before Christmas for sure, and yeah, let's get back into it. 2025, let's hit it hard.
How do we think 2025 is starting for everybody? Fine?
Fine, good.
I mean, neither here nor there.
Right. It's all good. Yeah, it's fine. My son got broken up with at the end of the year. I don't know if we talked about that. But then he got a new little girlfriend.
Okay.
Ooh, that's the way you did
Bro,
it.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with this with older kids. I thought young kids were hard, like little babies, like brand new babies were hard. Toddler age was pretty dope. Then they get into school and they got hard again because I had to learn the stuff I forgot.
Right.
But middle school it's just been a beast.
Just a lot of drama?
The bullies, the putting down, Kaysen's going through puberty, so the acne and the making fun of has been really rough. But nothing has been more rough than the whole them wanting to be a little bit older and have relationships and boyfriend and girlfriends and this and that and all that. So my son ended up a girl that we used to live by hit us up and said, "My daughter thinks your son is the cutest thing in the world." And you know, as a parent, that makes you feel like, "Oh my goodness, that's awesome." And her daughter, by the way, is beautiful. You look at you're like, "Man, you have really a good-looking family.
Right.
This is them." And so I was like, "Oh, that's really cool." And so I told Case, and I was like, "Look, this really pretty girl thinks you're cute." And he goes, "So what's up?" I go, "What do you mean? So what's up?" So we set up a play date, a meeting. We went out to go have dinner with her because she's our old neighbor, and we were meeting up, and just to see how the kids get along. They knew each other when they were 2, haven't seen each other since.
Now, at this dinner, did y'all make them sit by each other?
No, it wasn't one of those. It was So here's the thing. It was almost like kids are weird. They met, and I could tell Kaysen looked at her and was like, "Wow."
Sure.
And Chloe loves anybody. So she's like, "Oh my God, she's cool." And she's a little bit older than me, so I love her.
Especially an older girl.
Yeah.
Yep.
And she just looked like she's a bubbly girl. And they clicked. And they just all sat at the edge of the table, and we sat on our edge, the adult side, and just vibed. Next thing we know, Kaysen's talking to her all the time. Next thing we know, Chloe comes out and he goes, "Kaysen and her boyfriend, girlfriend." And I'm like, "Whoa, dude."
So how far away does she live?
She lives 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
10 minutes away, not too far. In fact, she goes to school with some of Kaysen's old teammates that he played football with, and so that they clicked. It was pretty cool. But they don't go to the same school. And I told Kaysen, I was like, "Listen, bro, you guys are so young. You don't need to get into this. Why don't you guys just be friends?" But I guess you can't control hormones. And so they became an item. And he let me know this week. He goes, "I just don't see her that much." And she, I guess her ex-boyfriend's kind of a stud. And he goes, "I don't know if I compare to that kid. He does this. And I only play football." And he goes, "I don't know if I'm right for her and this and that." And I said, "Kaysen, are you not vibing?" And he goes, "I just don't know." He goes, I really think she's really pretty, but I just don't see her." And I go, "So what are you telling me?" He goes, I think we need to break up." And I go, "This is why we shouldn't be dating, buddy."
Yeah.
Because you guys, I said, "There's going to be tears. There's going to be hurt feelings." And he said, "Well, will you help me write a text?" And I said, "No."
Oh no,
Text.
dude! You said no?
Absolutely not, dude.
Are you gonna at least? Sorry. Finish your story.
Well, am I at least going to what?
See it before he hits send? Or are you gonna let him just go out there on his own? Because this could be like a
detrimental
real-
to his.
Yeah.
Yes. I told him I'm not going to help you with a text because you are not going to send a text.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are not breaking up with girls via text.
Oh, well, good call.
And this is my
That's
advice.
the correct. That's the correct message here.
And this isn't just for kids. I think this is just for people in general. I think these things need to be handled as adults face to face or via phone. At least hear the voice. And I wanted him to do it over the phone so that he could get his words out and so that she could hear his tone and know that it did matter to him. But most importantly, I wanted for him to hear the pain he's causing.
Sure.
I want him to hear that what you're doing is going to make this person feel bad and sad so that you're not so wishy-washy and throw away people's feelings and just send text messages here and there and my hands are clean. I want him to hear that pain that he's causing because I want him to understand that these relationships do mean things to people.
Yeah, you can't just get into a relationship without thinking about the feelings that are going to come up, and that's part of deciding to be in a relationship.
So again, I might be doing this completely wrong as a parent, and I apologize. I'm just flying.
No, it sounded pretty good. It sounded a lot better than what I was coming up with.
I was flying just with no parachute, guys. I'm falling from a plane, and I'm just trying to tell them what I wish I would have had, when it came to girls as a boy and how to handle these situations because I didn't handle them right. And so I said, you're going to, talk to her. You're going to tell her how you feel. And I said, well, you could write it out. Write it out and get all your points across. Tell her that you don't feel like you're enough, and that's okay not feeling enough. Tell her that she's awesome. Tell her she didn't do anything wrong. It's just not the right time. And that you hopefully can still be friends, because you guys are so young. This shouldn't be a throwaway because she is an awesome human. And so are you. And so he wrote it out, showed it to me, and I said, this was really good, buddy. Actually, he worded it well. It came from his heart. And I said, now you take these words and you go talk to her and handle it. And hopefully she's not devastated. Man, I feel like I'm putting my son on blast right now a little bit. But I'm not. I think this is just parenting. I forgot to tell him not to read it. I forgot to tell him, do not read this.
Yeah.
Because kids don't know how to read, right? So I kind of was going upstairs and Chloe was like, I'm like, what? He goes, he's talking to her. I'm like, what? He's doing it? And I hear him going, I just want to tell you that.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, Chloe, is he reading what he wrote down? And she goes, I think so. He has his phone. And I go, oh no. And so he read it and he got done and he came out and he looked sad. Obviously, it's tough. It's tough to be the breaker-upper or the break-uppy or whatever you are. It's tough. And he came out and he looked sad and I was like, so how'd it go? He goes, I think she cried. And I go, how do you feel right now? And he goes, I feel really bad. I feel sad. I don't feel proud of myself. And I said, why don't you feel proud of yourself? And he goes, because I don't want to hurt people. I like her a lot. I thought, I don't know how I'm feeling. He's confused.
Yeah.
And I said, can I give you a little bit of advice for hopefully you don't have to do this a lot, but next time. I said, were you reading? And he goes, yeah. And then I got nervous and I messed up a couple of the words. And then so I restarted this. Oh, and I was like, no, I heard. I heard, but I don't know if I now can tell him, this is why I don't want you to date. This is why I don't want you to have relationships. This is why you can have friends that are girls and you can like people, but are we allowed to tell kids, you can't date? Because I know that when I was told as a kid I can't do something, I did it behind their backs.
Yeah.
The you can't do something is too far, right? You go,
I
here's
prefer
why you
you not.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
And you give them the reason, and they're gonna do it anyway.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
They're just not
But-
going to tell you they have a girlfriend.
But at least you gave them a heads up so that when that next domino does fall inevitably, you did give them a little bit of a heads up.
Right.
And instead, next time of reading a paragraph, bullet points. Give me some bullet points
Right.
for you to glance at.
Just see
Yeah.
a slideshow presentation.
Cue cards.
Yeah.
But is it bad that I told him I need you to hear the pain you cause people
No, I
so
mean,
that you understand
I
the
think it's
levity
important.
of this?
I think it's
Yeah.
important to not take someone else's feelings
Right.
flippantly or anything like that.
And
That's
at the
so
very
easy.
least, she can feel like he put enough time to think this out,
Right.
write it down. She probably isn't thinking that. She's not that mature, but in hindsight, maybe she'll be able to.
Yeah.
Like, he at least cared enough to write it out to make sure my feelings were as
You know what broke me as a dad hearing this? Because I was listening in. The way she responded was so stoic.
Yeah.
Obviously, she was crying, but she responded with, okay. And she was holding on strong. And she said, thank you so much for being nice. And thank you so much for the time we spent together or whatever.
Fantastic.
She was, and because I know I broke, back in the day when I broke up with a girl, I got cussed out pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple breakups where the girl did not handle it very well. She was so stoic and handled it so mature-like, which is what I think my son lacks right now when it comes to that aspect. He just isn't mature enough to be in a relationship. And I try to tell him that. And he's like, what? Yeah. And I'm like, no, that shows me right there you're not. But man, we're getting to the age right now where it's just,
It's a
dude,
gauntlet.
it's hard. Because
Yeah.
now it's kind of adulty, but it's not. It's still kid-like.
Yeah, I remember growing up, being in middle school and dating girls at a different middle school. Maybe we went to the same church or something like that. So we would see each other once a week,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's tough, man.
Twice a week if we both went on Wednesdays to church. And so, yeah, you don't know what they're doing. You know about those other guys at school.
Right.
And you don't like those other guys at their
Right.
school because they're douchey.
Oh,
and so you get jealous when maybe you don't even have anything to be jealous about.
And
It's
vice
hard.
versa with her, right?
Sure,
and
absolutely.
and Kason would hear from her friends about how every boy at her school likes her and how she's the most popular kid at their school, and I think it just got into his head.
It's a tough thing to overcome.
I mean, this is taking me back to my junior high days of being on Instant Messenger at night, talking to people,
Yeah.
getting the gossip.
Oh,
We
man.
didn't have cell phones, so it was just all Instant Messenger
Messenger.
stuff. Oh, man, what a time.
The dial-up.
Oh, yes.
It's a lot crazier now, man. It's so crazy. But yeah, my dude is like becoming a kind of an adult.
He's a
Little
player.
man. He's a heartbreaker.
No,
he's not a player.
I did tell him that, Trey. I said, if I ever find out you are juggling 2 or 3 girls, or if I ever find out that you have a girlfriend and you are
Yeah, but you'd be a little bit proud. A little bit. You know you would. Don't you say you wouldn't. But if there was like 3 girls that were after your son, you'd be like,
after my son, yeah, I would feel pride.
Yeah.
But if he's playing it,
Right.
I don't think so, man. I don't want to raise that guy.
He doesn't need a girlfriend at each different school.
good
No,
PC
exactly.
answer.
Yeah, I don't want
PC answer.
I don't want that guy. I'm not being PC. I'm being honest. I don't want him to be that guy because I understand this is a reflection of me and my wife. So I don't want to be.
Sure.
He learned it from his dad. His dad's a player.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Back in the day,
Oh, here we go.
your boy was absolutely not a player.
Oh.
Really?
No. You think I could be a? Hell no.
I don't know.
I had girlfriends, but I was not a player.
Yeah, I always had girlfriends, but I was never a player. What about you, Trey?
On and off, I would have like I was serial monogamy. You know what I
Same.
mean? Like I've only had like 3 legitimate girlfriends,
Sure.
and I married one of them. So yeah, and then I had one in high school, one in college, and then now my wife. And I wasn't ever like, oh man, I got all the girls, but I feel like I was attractive. I feel like I could make some of them smile, some of them were annoyed by me. You know, it all worked out. So 2025 for me, I think is off to an excellent start.
Good.
In the kid department at least, because I think I turned a corner with Hudson. Like I used to feel like, oh, I don't pay enough attention to him. He's not going to be able to do all the. He's not going to learn. He's not going to like. I don't give him the attention. He's going to feel neglected. And now it's like we're best friends. Like it's great. He'll loves me, runs to me, dad, and like runs with his arms up to hug me. He wants to see me as soon as I get to school on Saturday mornings when I'm there. He wakes up extremely happy because I'm there, and so I'm really happy with how I've changed it because I really was worried I was like I'm great with Quaid, and then Hudson was like I was like oh no I'm not a good dad like I thought I was, and then now I'm back to like okay I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And so that's been a nice little corner. And man, it's so weird because I know that I was sitting there drilling stuff into Quaid. Circle, red, yellow, hot air balloon. Like every time I'd see it, school bus. Like, of course he's going to know the word. And like Hudson, and so he would know that. Hudson is kind of learning on the fly of like, what's brother doing? How's dad talking? What's that? Like, he's not getting direct contact for the most part. I mean, he does sometimes, but not as much as Quaid did. And the things that he has learned faster than Quaid ever did is pretty incredible. So, like, he'll he'll go and like use the thermometer to try to like test our foreheads and like test the cat. And like he's like doing things that he sees us do, whereas Quaid was kind of just, sitting there waiting for us to tell him information. Hudson's up and moving and doing stuff. And
That's
learning
good.
that way. Yeah, it's pretty
Good,
cool.
man.
It's pretty
How
cool.
old is Hudson now?
Hudson's he's 15, 16 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I think we've talked about this before, but when do you stop doing the months?
I believe that everybody has to stop
Two.
at
By
two.
two?
For the most part, you guys were beating me up about it, and I was really proud back when it was Quaid. I was like, oh no, he's 20 months and he's already doing that. And now
that's
it's like
fine.
it's like, wait, 16 for Hudson? Again, back to Hudson gets second child syndrome and I don't pay as much attention. But I am less concerned about making sure that everyone knows the milestones he's reaching, and it's 20 months and he's doing great. Like, they're both phenomenal children, and I'm proud of both of them already.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, good, Trey. So my 2025, not the best.
No?
Nick's sporting something today.
So I walked into the studio again, hadn't seen you guys in a long time, hadn't even texted y'all in a while, and I purposefully have not posted this on social media because I
exclusive.
wanted to save it for the podcast.
Exclusive.
Wow.
Exclusive.
Okay.
It's a throwback to
No way.
2020.
No way.
I think
dude.
that's when it was. A throwback to Nick 5 years ago, somewhat around this time.
Oh, no.
Where I have a boot
Uh-huh.
on my left foot because I injured my left foot. In 2020, I was cleaning my pool and I fell in and somehow I broke my foot. And so
In
I was-
water.
I broke my foot. That's a long.
How?
That's another story.
Okay.
Here's what I think happened when I was cleaning my pool. I was going around my pool and my right foot stepped into the pool unknowingly. I didn't mean to. I stepped in on accident. I wasn't paying attention to where I was walking. And I think my left foot stayed planted flat on the ground. And so just as I was falling, it snapped.
Yeah.
So I think that's what happened.
It was the left foot that broke.
So I walk in here. I got a boot on my foot. Now, I'm going to have you guys guess which scenario I hurt my foot in.
By the way, shout out to Nick, not only wearing a boot on his left foot, the one you wear when you
Yes.
hurt yourself, but
Yes.
also a boot on his right foot.
Yeah.
Well, because
A
I
cowboy
quickly found out that when I was wearing a regular shoe with this enormous boot on my left
You're
foot,
lower.
a regular shoe, you're so off. Like you're 3 inches lower on one side, and man, my hips really hurt. Like
bet.
just the gait of how you walk is completely different. So I'll let you guys guess.
Okay.
Did I hurt? I did not break a foot, so I'll throw that out there. Did I hurt my leg? Slipping on ice during the recent snow storm that we've had in Texas.
We had an
recently?
ice storm, yeah.
We did recently.
Or
Did I
snowstorm.
hurt it skiing? Or did I hurt it putting Christmas decorations up in the attic?
Just based on your cadence, you heard it skiing.
I don't think you heard it skiing. I think you heard it. I think the ice is because I hurt my back on the ice.
I'm hoping for Christmas.
I'm thinking it was Christmas decoration put up.
Okay. I hurt my leg skiing.
What?
I didn't even know you skied.
Well, I don't ski that well,
Okay.
apparently. So my wife grew up avid skier.
Oh, yeah?
That looks so hard, by the way. Skiing looks way harder than snowboarding to
She's
me.
really good. She doesn't like do jumps and backflips or anything like that, but she's very good. She goes down the moguls. She's great.
Can she go down a black diamond?
Oh yeah, she never gets winded. I'm trying to keep up with her.
Right.
And when I'm skiing, like my legs are on fire, like your quads hurt so much because it's just a
muscles you
weird
never use.
Yes. Anyways, so we go to Crested Butte, our favorite place to go skiing. It was our first time taking our kids skiing. So we get them in ski school. We go up on the chairlift. We are up. Here we go. Let's go. She says, all right, I'll see you at the bottom. She goes off very fast.
Yeah.
Within, I'm going to guess 60 seconds of the very first run, I fall. I have no idea what happened. No clue.
Yeah?
I woke up on the ground. I have no idea how I fell. I don't know which foot slipped out from under me. I don't know if I hit a bump and fell, a patch of ice. No clue.
And wait, did you lose consciousness?
No,
Oh,
I did
okay.
not.
It just happened so fast?
I wiped out.
Okay.
I just come to. I
Yeah.
just
You
regain
blink-
my realization.
Yeah.
I am on the ground. again, thankfully my wife doesn't see this. And so and there's people flying all around you. So I have to quickly kind of get my pole from 10 feet over here and put my ski back on that popped off. And I go down and I'm thinking, man, my left calf really hurts.
And so how did you get down the rest of the way?
I kept skiing.
Okay.
Oh, injured skiing?
Injured.
Great.
Man, I'm
That
skiing,
seems awful.
hitting bumps, trying to like regain my breath and just like.
Where are your kids
Okay.
at this point?
They're in ski school,
They're in
so they
ski
don't
school,
see me
okay.
at all.
Cool,
Like,
that's great.
Man, that really hurts my calf, but whatever, I'll keep going. And then I keep going down the hill and I'm like, man, my ribs are really hurting right now too. My left ribs, like kind of upper ribs, like by my nipple almost. And it's like,
your
okay.
nib.
So I'm going down and I get there. I don't say a word to my wife about this. I mean, there's like some snow on me. She's like, did you fall? I was like, yeah, I spilled, but no big deal.
Barely.
And so I don't really mention it. And then I keep skiing on it the rest of that day.
Wow.
And every time I'm
What
going
a
down,
dude thing to do.
every time I'm going down,
Hero, baby.
it is hurting more and more. Really, my leg. It's really hurting. But when you're in a ski boot, you're not really using the full. Like you're not, your foot is locked in a
Yeah.
position, so you're not using all
like
your
the boot
muscles.
you're wearing now, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so when I got back up to the hotel room that night, I take my ski boots off and I have to start actually walking and like using the full. My
Right.
foot is flexing and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I can barely walk, and my leg is hurting so bad. It's my calf. My calf is hurting so bad. I'm laughing. Like I'm laughing, crying, and my family is like, "What is going on?" Like it's kind of funny for a little bit when the guy is hurt that's laughing, but I was doing it for like 20 minutes straight, laughing so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying on the bed. Anyways, there's a doctor who has a practice on the mountain. Wouldn't you
Course.
believe that?
What a-
And
course.
he makes
Genius.
He makes house calls. So
And he makes $1 gajillion.
I'm sure he did. And so the next day, I call him. We have the doctor come to the hotel room. While
Is he in your insurance?
He was.
Oh, okay.
Believe it or not.
good.
And so I haven't gotten the bill for it, but hopefully the insurance covers everything. But he came to my room. My wife had taken the kids to ski school. She's skiing on her own. Luckily, my brother-in-law and his kids and his wife are there. So she has people to hang out with, and the kids have people to hang out with too. So I'm just sitting in the hotel room, and he comes by and he looks at it and he goes, "Okay, good news, bad news.
Oh, no.
Good news, you don't need surgery."
All right.
Great. He said, "I've seen 3 people today who all have torn ACLs, MCLs. They have to go home and have surgery." He said, "Good news, you don't need it. Bad news is you have a strained calf muscle."
Oh, strained?
Strained calf
Okay.
muscle. And he just says, "You just have to put it up. It's going to take a few weeks to feel better."
How did you...
I don't know. And I asked him, I said, "I don't know how I fell." He says it's very common for people to not remember exactly
What
how
did
they
it?
fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says it's super common, happens all the time.
Huh. Now,
So I don't
you're
know.
in the boot, though. Like, this is...
He brought me a boot.
He did bring
He
you
brought
boot.
me the boot.
Okay.
On the phone, he's like, "What size are you?" He says, "Okay, I'm going to bring you." He brought me a boot and crutches. I said, "I'm not using crutches."
I'm a man.
And so he gave me a boot. I put it up with ice. So I stayed in a hotel room for 4 days. What was going to be a wonderful trip with my family.
Go down and sit by the fire in
Yeah.
the lodge.
And now my wife has to lug the kids to go to. Luckily, she didn't have to like go too far, but it's a lot of work.
Of course.
extra work for her.
Did X Games Blair still go out and ski every
She
day? or-
kept skiing every day.
Wow.
And she had a blast. And guess what?
What?
She's planning a ski trip for spring break. So she really cares about my healing.
Well, you got to come back strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think another like day or like after this weekend, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because I usually don't wear it, the
Oh,
boot,
Nick.
unless I'm out of the house. And so it's been feeling good. But yeah,
Can I talk to you about some voodoo?
sure.
Okay, for healing.
Yeah.
So I hurt my knee playing basketball. I don't know if I've complained to you about this.
How
I've
old
complained-
were you?
Well, I hurt this knee back when I was in high school. Now, but what I really hurt, when I really hurt it was this past September.
Okay.
And so I'm sure I've complained to you about it.
What'd you do
I
this
talked to
September
you.
that hurt it?
Playing basketball.
Oh, again.
And so yeah. And so my knee was swollen. It was in so much pain, and I was just like, it'll go away. It'll go away. Whatever. Months and months and months go by. Like it was October, I'm still hobbling. November, December, it started to feel pretty good. Like halfway through December, and then I go to a playground with the kids because it was unseasonably warm, and I'm going down like the fastest slide I've ever been down, and I try to brace myself because I'm holding Hudson. I brace myself with that knee, and I hear a pop, and I scream, and I go, get up. Kara, go get the kid. Kara. Kara wasn't even at the park. I was just screaming for. No, I'm just kidding. She was there. And so then I was like, I've ruined it again. Like I had to go sit over on a bench, and I thought I was going to throw up because I was like, my body knows something's wrong. And it swelled back up, and it started hurting again. I was like, man, I was supposed to start running again in the new year. Anyway, so for Christmas, my stepmother-in-law, got us this thing from Groundwell. It's a grounding sheet. Like, do y'all know what grounding is?
No.
That's when you go. Isn't that when you go barefoot and go walk
Barefoot
around
on the earth. That is one way you can ground yourself. They also make stuff for people that refuse to get out of nature or like live in New York where it's a concrete
or an
jungle.
apartment. Well, yeah.
Whatever. And so it just like it gets you the same effect of grounding. Don't exactly understand what that means. But I Googled it and researched it. So it's the sheet that you put over your bed like you would any other normal sheet. And you have a little plug that only plugs into that third little hole in the thing. So there's the 2 prongs, and then there's like the one extra like round one that's at the bottom. So it only plugs into that. It's
That's
voodoo.
the grounding line?
That's the grounding line.
Okay.
Listen to me. I think it's ridiculous. I think this is the silliest thing ever. And I was just like, what does this thing even do? So I Google it, and it says it helps with inflammation. There's like a government study on it that I scrolled to the very bottom for conclusion. But it said like it could reduce inflammation. And there was a woman that said she felt less pain after just one 20-minute use. And that after 2 weeks, no pain at all. I was like, well, I'm going to give it a shot. I mean,
why
I have it. I didn't have to buy it myself. Like, just plug it in and lay on it while I sleep. And I'll be damned. It's if my stepmother-in-law would have given me this in whatever the 1400s, she would be my messiah.
Yeah.
It's completely healed.
Really?
What? If it's a placebo effect, please do not tell me. You know what, they made it where they have the QR code where I could be an ambassador. I should go and like do that.
Sure.
But it worked for me. If it's a placebo, please don't tell me.
There you go.
Now, has Kara noticed any benefits after sleeping on these sheets at all?
She didn't want to use it because she was like, "This feels like I have like a balled up sheet underneath me."
Okay.
And so she's like, I don't like the way it feels. I can't sleep with it underneath me. So she hasn't used it. And she doesn't really complain about anything. Like, she's not like, oh, my back hurts or anything like that. But I would like to test a second subject on it. So she needs to get hurt quickly.
Yeah.
or just give it to Nick.
Yeah. I'll
Nick put it on his bed.
For real. I mean, it is, I swear to you, it was magic. And I go, I don't know what really happened. But if this is what worked, then it's a miracle and somebody else needs to try it.
Interesting.
But
okay.
Listen, if it doesn't work for you, I want you to know I fully believe it's voodoo.
Yeah.
I am so interested.
So I change the subject.
Oh, sure.
Okay. I just had am I a terrible parent for doing this for something that I did?
What?
Right before Christmas, getting those last minute gifts, had a few holiday parties to go to. I took my son to a liquor store with me. Is that okay?
Ooh.
And I took him to buy a lottery ticket. Am I?
Nah,
These were gifts for other people. I didn't like get in the car and take a swig of what the tequila I just bought. But
It's all good. It's just your son going along with you on some on a little trip, dude.
yeah, we went to the liquor store, got a scratch off. While we were there, I said, "Hey, why don't you pick out a scratch off too?" And we got like a $5 scratch off, and we went to Chick-fil-A and did the scratch off. And people at Chick-fil-A, probably a little bit more conservative of a place, they were like,
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
gambling with his son in Chick-fil-A.
I remember doing that with my dad. The
scratchers?
Yeah. Said, and my dad was like, for every $1 I spend on the lottery, I'm going to put $1 in a college account for you.
Yeah.
And I just paid off my student loans last year.
All right.
He did it a lot, huh?
No, I mean he didn't do his.
He didn't do his
But he
side
also
of the
didn't
bid.
play the lottery as much.
Yeah.
Going forward. Anyway, no, I don't think you're a bad.
Okay.
Like you can buy a bottle of wine at the grocery store. You go down to the
I don't know. There's just something weird about walking
Totally.
into a liquor store with my 8-year-old son.
If you would have
felt
said
weird.
if you would have said you go into like a smoke shop, I probably would have said,
yeah, where there's bongs and stuff everywhere.
That would be
reel that
or
back in.
If you went to one of those stores you know.
If I was in Colorado or something.
No, not
The
not
lady-
the
oh,
lady.
okay.
The lady
and
store?
Where the mannequins are
adult
adult store?
where there's toys, but it's not Toys R Us.
Sure.
That kind of store. Then you might be getting judged a little bit.
Yeah.
And look, it could have been worse because I don't know if I've told you guys when I was little, my grandma, and again in Mexico, blonde-headed kid, prime to get jacked.
Oh, no.
Like I'm gonna be taken. She would have me walk to the pharmacy and buy her cigarettes.
Right. How far down the road was it?
It was to me. It seemed like it was walking from California to New York, and I was deathly afraid at half the time. But as an adult, I went back to Mexico and I looked at my little walk that I would take to the pharmacy. It was 2 blocks,
Okay. Yeah.
but I was doing it at like 5 years old,
Gosh,
5,
not
6, 7
a-
years old.
Chance.
Yeah.
I would let my kid do that.
Even more shocking. My payment, by the way, was one of those Kinder eggs.
Okay.
So the eggs that have chocolate in the
Yeah,
toy in
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's what I would get to buy for myself.
Sure.
The shocking part was that they would sell me the cigarettes.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would
you go.
just walk in. Allegedly, my grandma would call ahead and said, "My grandson's coming to buy cigarettes. This is what I want." And I would walk in and ask for her Marlboro Reds or whatever, and they would put them on there. And I remember the looks I would get from because some people thought that was bad. Sometimes there would be a lady in there, and I remember one time I looked over at the lady and I asked for them all, and she was staring at me the entire time, just like. And I paid for it, and I just looked at her and smiled and put them in my pocket and walked out. I did that, and I think that's bad.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, that's not great, but I mean, it was Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
I think a little more is like
I wasn't the one
Mexico.
smoking. I was just doing.
Yeah.
I was running errands for my grandma.
You know, this also reminds me of a common thing that I bring up with my friends and stuff. We may have talked about this before. Is at what age did we start staying home by ourselves? And at what age are we going to let our kids start doing that?
Okay.
Great question.
Okay, let's
And-
go around the room.
Well, when I was at home by myself, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
Yeah.
Probably started being at home by myself, even if it's just like, I'm going to run to the grocery store. I'll be back in 25 minutes. Those kind of things.
Yep. I think that's same for me.
But I don't know what to do about that for our kids because I had a home phone. Like my kids don't have a cell phone. If there's an emergency,
Do they have an iPad?
yeah. So I guess my kids are 8 right now, so I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to leave them at home. Well,
No.
I was in 2nd grade,
Right.
2nd or 3rd grade. That's what my son is. So
I was when I remember being left home alone. My mom got married, and my mom and dad both had to work. I was 5.
yeah.
And my mom in Mexico was a teacher, and she did summer school. And so she still had to go to work in the summer, and I didn't have to go to school. And my dad was trying to become a VIPS manager, which is like a Denny's here.
Okay.
So he was working early mornings all the way till like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So I would stay home at 5 years old. But what my mom used to do is she would just turn the TV on. And back then we didn't have cartoons all day, but my friends were, I remember the Brady Bunch. Smurfs were on, Jetsons and the Flintstones on whatever channel she put it on. But they were all in Spanish, obviously dubbed over. But she would give me a bowl of hard-boiled eggs, and she would put it on the bed. And my only instructions were, you are not to get out of bed until I get home, and you can only go to the restroom. I don't want you opening the door. I don't want you going to the kitchen and playing with anything. She knew. I was a little
Yep.
Yeah.
rascal. And so I would just sit on the bed. Sometimes I became a little rebel, and I'd get out of the bed and,
Go
just
explore.
I needed to stretch a little bit. I wouldn't leave her room though. I would stay in her room because my room was the kitchen. So I would just stay in her room, and sometimes I'd get down from the bed and look around to see if anybody would pop out.
Yeah.
So I was staying home. At 5 years old, I started staying home alone.
I think honestly, like Quaid's just too mature, like shockingly. Like I think if he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go run and grab some coffee," like I go, I don't know if you're joking or gonna do toy coffee, but bring me back something too, like whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like, I
Quaid,
think
where'd
he
you
could
get that
do-
newspaper?
Yeah, I think he could do it. So I'm not too concerned about him, but 2nd grade sounds like way too young.
I know.
Even, and I mean 5 is definitely.
It was.
It feels
Different
like it was
times
too
back
young.
then, Trey.
Of course, but hey, you were able to do it. You listened and you were able to do it, so you were mature enough to get through it, like I think most kids would be. But it just scares me as the parent.
It is. It is scary because do you trust your kids? With my kids, I think ours is, we live near an area that has restaurants and shopping. And so if Kinsey and I ever want to go have a little date, we started being able to say, because Kaysen's older too.
Yeah.
Around 12, Kaysen was 12, Chloe's 10, is when we said, hey, we're going to go down the street to grab dinner. Are you guys cool? And they would sit back and go, yeah, we'll just watch a movie. Mm-hmm. And if you guys need anything, we connected their iPads to the Wi-Fi so they were able to FaceTime us.
Yeah.
And that was our introductory.
That sounds perfect.
So I think 10-ish, 11-ish, depending on the maturity of your kids.
Yeah.
Chloe's very mature. I think most girls are a little more mature than boys. And Kaysen, I trust that kid. I trust my son.
Totally.
That's good. All right. I think we're all probably on the same page with that. But
yeah.
Anyways, well, hopefully to all of our listeners, I hope their 2025s are starting off strong.
Yeah.
Hope everyone hasn't broken their New Year's resolutions yet, if they made any. And hey, here's to a great year, fellas.
We'll talk to you in another 6 weeks. We'll
yes,
be back with another episode.
That's the schedule. All right. Well, my name's Nick.
My name's Trey.
I'm JC.
And don't forget,
stand up straight.